So let's go ahead and bring on the first guest, everybody. We're going to get started now. So strap on your seatbelts. We're going to take off into space. Our first guest for today is Anrita Melchizedek, and she is the founder of Melchizedek and the Pleiadian Light Network, an ascension network of light offering numerous programs of light in the form of ebooks, MP3s, CDs, audio DVDs, as well as vibrational energy products. In her personal capacity, Anrita is an author, channel, star ambassador, and workshop facilitator. She further has the gift of healing and focuses the energy through the ascension workshops and lectures that she facilitates primarily on a global level. Anrita is a master teacher and also offers many training programs via telewebinar, as well as individual consultations, including DNA activations, light body Merkaba activations, soul purpose activations, and channel readings by the elders, ancient celestial beings. As a child, Anrita had eclectic upbringing and experienced teachings from Judaism and Christianity, as well as attending an Eastern school of philosophy based on Hindu belief systems for over 10 years. She was to meditate and chant Sanskrit from an early age and was also able to communicate with the angelic realms. She communicated with nature, spirit, intelligence, seeing fairies, as well as communicating with animals. Anrita was ready to commence her journey from her mid-20s, communicating with the company of heaven, first with the angelic realms and Archangel Michael, and later with the Pleiadian emissaries of light in the Sirian Archangel League of Light. And following this, a host of ascended mastered Christed ETs and other orders of Melchizedek. So join me, everybody, in welcoming Anrita. Welcome, Anrita.
Thank you. Thank you, Neil, for such a wonderful introduction. And you too. Thank you, Sheila. And I can certainly feel that collective energy of unity and love. It's so absolutely deep. It's actually, we're also having solar flares at the moment. And I think sort of between that, just shifting our frequency, raising our vibration and coming together as one heart, and just such a beautiful time with this conference. And of course, just all of us as these awakened souls coming together collectively. That's what we really see on this global level. So such a beautiful, powerful time as we explore what it truly means to be starseeds, or to deepen into whether it's our ascension journey or deepen into disclosure. Really, where our focus is, there we are. But essentially, we're all holding that field of unity and love as one heart and one unified field of light. So thank you so very much. So I have put together, thank you. I'll put together a small presentation for us called the Starseed Light Codes, and I'm going to take us right into that. So if we just also take a moment to just breathe deep into the body. So that's where we are right now. Just breathing deep into the body, expanding the lower abdomen as we breathe in, contracting the lower abdomen as we breathe out. Just centering ourselves in this field of light. As we come together in unity and love. As we move through now, the Starseed Light Codes Awakening. As galactic illuminaries and sacred vessels of purity and innocence, the Starseed Light Codes within activate for each, individually and collectively, in each perfect now moment, relative to frequency, consciousness, karmic death, and or how deep asleep we may have been. Each code a template of remembrance, a higher perspective, and a pathway of divine blueprinting, a doorway of consciousness to the new earth, all initially experienced within. Each awakening, another now moment of increased frequency, awareness, consciousness, and love. Amplifying within each cell and each molecule of our bodies, our temples of light. Initially experienced through the karmic timelines, with the need to make changes within our lives, to dream into reality what we perceive and envisage in our mind's eye. We awaken. As the seed of life activates through the cellular matrix of crystalline plasmic light, the heart opens and the clearing begins as the equal armed cross brings the balance of polarity consciousness, masculine and feminine, and the embrace of the human aspects, the divine within, remembering that all is love, that love is all there is. We now request the overlighting of the Galactics to assist in amplifying this awakening code within the body, so we may experience this awakening code through every subatomic particle within our beingness as we breathe in love and breathe out love. We now affirm, I awaken to the light of God, to create the changes I wish to within my life, with ease and grace, releasing all that no longer works for me in this now moment. I am walking the path of love. Every cell in my body vibrates to God consciousness and the source of divine love. Every template of divine blueprinting within my body holds the consciousness of unity and love through the purity and innocence I am. I am that I am. I am committed to releasing any unforgiveness, resentment, blame, or judgment, and to free myself from relationships that are negative or harmful in any way, to meet each challenge with compassion, insight, understanding, and acceptance as I walk the path of love, the path of new earth. As the flame of divinity I am, as the flames of divinity we are. Imro olamo khanashia kia inkaino koa. Remembrance. Remember, beloved hearts, the higher states of consciousness and the knowing that all souls evolve upon the sacred earth. However, as the vibration was so dense upon this planet, and knowing it would take eons to evolve back into our true divine nature, in a divine dispensation given by the councils of light, to awaken all galactics and emissaries upon this sacred earth, to embody pure source light. We positioned this planet within the photon belt, aligning through all dimensions of light and creating dimensions within dimensions, infinite versions of reality with symbolism, sacred geometry, sound, and color frequencies. Accessing these templates and vortices, stargates and portals, the photonic light, soul light, would awaken all upon the sacred earth, aligning up to the 12th dimension of avatar consciousness, the collective higher light of all awakened souls, as we enter into New Earth. We breathe deep into the body as we now invoke and call upon the Galactic Councils to assist in these codes of remembrance. Remembering we are Source Light. We are the I Am Avatar consciousness of light. As we now affirm, I am all that I am, a flame of divinity, the light of God, leading the way in this golden age of light. I choose to walk the path of divine love, of New Earth, to listen to the universe, to surrender to love. And I ask in this and now moment that I be taken to the next level of my soul's forward evolution with as much grace and compassion, understanding and wisdom and love that I can experience in this now moment, activating the stargates, portals, and vortices of life. Imro omo koshia kia, inkaino koa, imusua kia. New Earth, accessed on a quantum level, is where all exists in unity, harmony, and love. Within photonic alignment, we transferred our consciousness of all into the DNA of all life upon the sacred earth. To awaken and to remember as starseeds who we truly are through all timelines, dimensions, realities, and alternate universes. Sacred flames of divinity, of purity and innocence. Beloved souls, Christ conscious beings, way showers, gatekeepers, grid keepers, here to awaken the consciousness of all into unity and love. We access New Earth vibrationally as we purge and clear and release density while moving through each dimension, each level of consciousness, each program, beyond the veils of illusion, with the physical body as our temple of light. We continually align and act, synchronize and actualize, living in the now through the stillness of the loving heart and the wisdom of the higher mind. All truths reveal with higher perspectives, but this takes a long time. Being, doing, creating with source as the I am avatar consciousness of light in self-mastery, so deep at a cellular level, clearing old programs, false beliefs, judgments, patternings, and conditionings. 3D plays out unconscious behavior. 4D takes us into remembering and clearing, and 5D awakens and illuminates the stargate of the loving heart, expressed through the seed of life, 4th dimensionally, the flower of life, 5th dimensionally, and the fruit of life and Metatron's cube, 12-dimensionally. Allowing this template to activate within the body, we invoke and call upon the overlighting of the Galactics. As we take ourselves ever deeper within to our inner earth in this now, living from the heart, living in love, as we affirm. I take a moment and now to feel my love in the stillness of my heart, as I place my hands energetically or physically upon my loving heart, as I say to myself, I love you, giving my full name now. I love you, I love you, I love you. There is nothing I need to redo or relearn, to experience, to know I am love. The lower timelines dissolve, the old energy, the old earth, as I find myself walking through the gateway of new earth. In this now, with joy, purity, innocence, and love, as one heart and one love and one unified field of light. Timelessness, 0 point. It all connects through the loving heart. I am here right now, living new earth. Imromo soaia kia kina inkaino koa. While all activates the DNA to experience the crystalline plasma and photonic light held within, to raise our vibration, to be here and now, to experience the blueprints of our life purpose and self-mastery, the codes of creation and the patterns of perfection. We agree to incarnate upon the sacred earth, to take on human form and to experience human lives, to take on the karma of humanity and to clear our own cosmic karma and deeds against humanity, to integrate the photonic light and become fully multi-dimensional master beings, so that all life upon this sacred earth could know themselves as love. We now invoke and call upon the overlighting of the galactic councils to step forward to assist us in this template, as all activates through the DNA, to awaken all templates, the divine blueprinting, starting from within the original divine 8-cell blueprint, through the shape, egg of light, and the star tetrahedron. As we breathe in love and breathe out love, we now affirm. I request the activation of the crystalline plasma photonic light DNA templates within every subatomic particle in the body, through the axonal lines, through the appropriate geometries, fire letters, key codes, numerologies, sacred geometries. I request the activation of the 12 fire letters and the scalar wave programs, these standing wave patterns composed of quantities of conscious energy, activating the subatomic particles within my body, spinning in this increased light frequency of crystalline plasma photonic light. Linking me into the new earth templates, into the new earth grids of light, into the heart of all that is. Imro Morsoia Kia In Kaino Koa. Initiation, lifting the veils of illusion. We raise our vibration in the knowing of the remembrance of ourselves as initiates of light. Timelines of remembrance within the consciousness of one, experiencing different consciousnesses, merging timelines through Lemuria, Atlantis, ancient Egypt, galactic, inner earth, Mother Earth. Accelerated in the recognition of our challenges as initiates and as initiations of life. Embracing the negative ego aspects as the unexpressed divinity within, coming to know itself as love. Compassion and love are keys of self-mastery and reveal ever deeper with empowerment, wisdom, understanding, anchoring and activated through the threefold flame of empowerment, love, and wisdom, blue, pink, and golden yellow, within the flower of life. Each step forward a natural, organic flow into the next level of our soul's forward evolution. The divine plan reveals as lower earth is replaced with new earth. Confusing initially, alignment, misalignment, heart awakenings, heart palpitations, physical pain, karmic cycles, and new versions of reality to earn the right of freedom, sovereignty, and self-mastery. This requires a surrender of our will to the will of the divine. Trust and faith follow intuitively as all aligns as one heart and one love and one unified field of light. Devotion, commitment, inner plane ashrams and cities of the light. Companions no longer only of the night. We go forth into the deeper levels of initiation and light, sometimes no longer remembering the ride. The old dissolves, and love is all there is from within as pure source light. Each moment holding a focus of our vibration, frequency, and light a journey initially ever deeper into the light, reflecting in the luminosity and wisdom of what we hold and transmit, release, and let go of, to know ourselves as love. As we breathe this beautiful template into the body, we call upon the galactic overlighting to assist us to activate this Stasi template of initiation at the deepest levels within our beingness. As we now affirm, I am supported by the universe as pure source light. I deepen into the flow of service, magnetizing, manifesting, and bringing in all that I need in any given now moment. Through the greatest flow of love and unity and abundance I can experience in any given now moment. As I release all within that no longer serves in the light of God I am. I feel and sense this light code activate within my loving heart. Now through my chakras, clearing out lack of and perceived limitations, purging, clearing every subatomic particle of my beingness as I embrace, align, realign, trust, surrender, open to love, and move into the knowing that I am already living New Earth as an initiate of life. Imro omosoaia kia inkayino koa. As the subatomic particles spin and increase alive, crystalline, plasma, photonic, and diamond light, we get to choose our reality as source light in this process of transformation and change. Through the original divine blueprinting, returning to original innocence, beings of divinity and light of God we are. In ego consciousness, victim persecutor consciousness, all are still to blame. Our human fears, acts and react, anger, rage, guilt, blame, shame, sadness, separation needing to be released, embraced, accepted, appreciated, dissolved. Observational awareness amplifies. Solar flares ignite. As we see what we desire to change, as we align ever deeper into the inner earth sun, the golden sun within our hearts, the sun, central sun, and great central sun, as the I am avatar consciousness of life. Higher selves are embraced as we deepen into soul embodiment. Ascension and resurrection codes activate. Ready now to release all that no longer serves as the Kundalini activates. The body fires up. Kundalini heat, plasma cooling, masculine, feminine rebalancing, merging to the point of divine equilibrium and innocence within. Alchemy, transformation, freedom codes, remembrance. I am all that I am. I am a master being. I am a flame of divinity, a gatekeeper, great keeper, light worker, awakened soul, initiate of light. I am all that I am. Invoking and calling upon the Galactic Council to deepen this experience of transformation and change. Breathing in love, breathing out love, feeling, sensing, Kundalini, igniting, activating, as the body gently moves backwards and forwards and from side to side, into the movement that best supports the deepest levels of being from within. As we now affirm, as I align to the inner earth sun, the golden sun within my heart, the sun, central sun and great central sun, I deepen into love, into the knowing of my magnificence and light. I humbly surrender to the divine plan through and within this multiverse. I release all. I see the negative ego not as something outside I need to push away. Rather, it's this aspect of unawakened divinity, experiencing pain and trauma, needing to be nurtured, needing to be loved. And I know that I am ready to fully love and appreciate myself. So the inner verse matches the outer reality. All is one. All is seen through the master eyes of love. And no matter how uncomfortable, no matter how difficult, I say to the universe, bring it on. As I see the divinity within myself, I see the divinity within every sacred soul upon Mother Earth. Breathing in love, breathing out love. Imro omo soa kia, inkaino koa. Merging timelines, integrating into this now. Merging timelines from past, future, parallel selves. Deepening into this now moment, into pure, unconditional love. Merging with higher aspects, timelines of self-mastery, merging with lower aspects, clearing timelines for all. For karmic clearing is done for all humanity, as all life evolves into the next level of their souls blossoming magnificence and light, while taking me ever deeper into 0 point, into divine unconditional love. All slows down, but all is conscious, but all is present. The observational awareness, Christ consciousness emerges. As we invoke and call upon the Galactics now to activate this template of merging timelines to the maximum cosmic law can allow within the body, within the energy field, drawing to us the timelines of self-mastery and those needing to be resolved. As we now affirm, so fragments of myself now return and align into my original divine 8-cell blueprint. As I experience a deep alignment to the divine and a deep alignment to Mother Earth, a deeper sense of my divinity, my wisdom, my consciousness, my light. In the consciousness of all, I am that I am. I am the light of God. The light of God, I am. I experience the merging of my multidimensional selves, my angelic selves, my Christed ET selves, my sisterhood selves, my brotherhood selves, my ancient Egyptian selves, my Atlantean selves, my Lemurian selves, merging, integrating, and experiencing now all golden ages of light, merging into this now, this moment, this flame of divinity in my loving heart. As I breathe in love and breathe out love. Numero hina sia kuakia. Imo sono koa. The blessings of the universe ignite ever deeper through our ESP gifts. As the chakras align, as vortices of light initially in the physical ascension process, our natural gifts come online, activated initially through the pineal gland and then hypothalamus, thalamus, pituitary, and through all glands, knowing, remembrance, intuition, clairvoyance, clairsentience, activate until the point of the quantum universe experience, telepathic in nature, in New Earth, all is expressed telepathically, sensed, felt, received, and heard through the soul connections, the soul light. We visualize and sense a deepening activation of our extrasensory perception gifts. The pineal gland itself emits sweet nectar coming in to the mouth. Breathing in love, breathing out love. We request the assistance of the Galactics to deepen into our extrasensory perception gifts as we now affirm. My soul light, my beloved, I am present, opens the doorway of my loving heart to the blessings and gifts of the universe and to the blessings and gifts within my own life. Deepening into my extrasensory perception gifts, I now experience initially this pineal gland activation. taking me deep into the wisdom, intuition, and illumination of higher mind. Within the third eye, I release the last vestiges of lower timelines, illusions, lack of false beliefs, judgments. Receiving the frequencies of the divine and the light of creation to the maximum cosmic law can allow. As the tongue gently slides across the top palate of the mouth and the back of the throat. And the cerebrospinal fluid moves up and down the spine, joining into the occipital lobe and into the left and right hemispheres of the brain, into the well of dreams. The bridge between the pineal and pituitary glands now activate. So does the thalamus and hypothalamus, the memories of remembrance of multidimensional creations, the white horse, Pegasus, all revealed right now. So I breathe in love and breathe out love. Imrolo moshono kia kina sukoaya, inkaino koa sia kia. It all commences through the soul light within, organic, divine source light creating the light bodies from within, waves upon waves of light. We move into the physical ascension process. As we deepen that connection into the universe within, in the experience of the crystalline and light body, as the subatomic particles spin in increased light frequency, releasing, dropping density, raising the vibration and frequency. Uncomfortable, indeed. Electric bolts moving through the body, nausea, emotional, mental oscillations, the body on fire, moments of re-experiencing the lower frequency thoughts and feelings as they release, as the waves transmit the frequencies through the organic template of the light body that creates the crystalline frequency and light codes and templates, diamond light, golden light, into the blood, into the veins. The crystals ignite through the skin. We move into the experience of the rainbow, the light body. And from here, the experience of the knowing of the flower of life and all it holds. Next level light body merges into plasma, diamond, light, where we start to experience the chakras merging into one unified column of light, replacing the flower of life with the fruit of life, golden, emitting frequencies of light, diamond light code, photonic, plasmic light, from here into gamma frequencies. All is within in the creation of the template of the I am avatar consciousness from 5th D to 12D, each dimension, its own rules, templates, levels of consciousness, ever upward into the light. The initial phase is what we experience now, what we call living 5th dimensionally through the I am avatar blueprinting. This is the gateway initially of the purity and innocence that ignites in soul embodiment. As we invoke and call upon the overlighting of the Galactics to take us ever deeper into the 5th dimensional templatings, into the light body activations, that we may experience with as much ease and grace as we are able in this now moment. Through the converging, merging of the masculine and feminine, and alchemy of the magical innocent child, the gateway to our kingdom of God and to heaven on earth. We now affirm, as this I am avatar, our request is increased a light frequency through the light body to the maximum cosmic law can allow. And I ask with grace and ease to deepen into self-love and the purification of the physical body as my temple of light. As I live my vibration and frequency through all that supports my physical body, so that I may truly know myself as light. Imromo soa ia kia in kaino koa. All reveals within unity consciousness through the 144 unity grid and through the templating of merging with the 144 soul ray aspects of self. I am avatar blueprinting the collective higher light of all awakened souls, join at this higher light level as one heart and one love and one unified field of light, seeing the divinity within all, one with God, one with all life, connected in this quantum heart space. It all reveals into next level of service work on the inner and outer planes. All is held in love as we experience and feel the energy of Gaia, this living lightship, and our connection through all dimensions of light to every level of consciousness, every core group, every being within our physical quantum light bodies. We deepen into that connection to Mother Earth, to diamond and crystal light clusters, to the elementals, to the kingdoms of nature, where we hear and sense the tones, the crystals, the vibrations, the frequencies, inner hearing, sonic, vibrational frequency and light, each tone a collective Christed light. Allow this knowing, beloved one, to amplify within every cell, every molecule right now, breathing in love, breathing out love. as we call upon the overlighting of the galactics to merge with this unity consciousness field, as we connect to all souls upon the sacred earth right now at this higher level, as the beloved I am, as the consciousness of one, to lift the frequency and vibration of the sacred earth and all her life, so that all life may know themselves as love. So we now affirm through the template of unity consciousness, activating within my loving heart and now activating through the hearts of every man, woman, and child upon this sacred earth, within the cosmic law of free will, and within the sacred sites, vortices, and portals, stargates that hold these codes of life. We join in heart and mind as the I am avatar consciousness of light, the collective higher light of all awakened souls. Breathing out separation and fear, breathing in unity and love, knowing truly all is one, all is love. We experience this through the quantum field and within the unity grid of divine love, through Mother Earth and through our own light bodies as awakened heart, as vibrating stargates of divine love. For all is here right now. Newer Imro Mosuahia Kia Inka Ino Soa. Only love is real. I love that. Jojo, indeed. How beautiful. Good. So I'm not sure if there might be any questions, if there's anything that we might like to ask. Hi, Ellen. I can't hear you.
What? You can't hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
I just want to say that took me so deep, very deep. If that's all we get from today, that is enough. I mean, it fills me up. It was a real activation, and not just what you were saying, but I have to say the sound of your voice is angelic. It's other dimensional. So thank you for tuning in. What do you tune into, if you can describe it, when you're bringing through those elements?
It's a collective consciousness of light. It's a unity consciousness field. So for many years, I was an active channel. My background is really connecting to so many different core groups, and that was really the work I did for a very, very long time. And my first core groups were very much connected with the Christed ETs. So just connecting with the Pleiadians and then the Sirians, Andromedans, Arcturians, and really that was just absolutely amazing, because it took me into that remembrance of being a Pleiadian Starseed and merging into those multidimensional aspects of self. And then for me, what was the next big initiation was the remembrance of actually being an initiate of light to the inner plane order of Melchizedek. So I was working a lot there with Thoth, and I was working a lot with the remembrance of ancient Egyptian and Atlantean mystery school teachings, and a lot of that comes through with sacred geometry. It comes through the tree of life. It's presented in different formats that takes us into simply the remembrance and knowing that everything actually converges into this now moment. No matter what we're doing, these are just simply templates of remembrance to take us into this moment of holding a consciousness and night ourselves. And so the time came then for me into the next level of my journey of soul embodiment or physical ascension, where it was no longer channeling, but it was simply being. It was the integration of the beloved I am in a collective consciousness field, but my work, you could say, is primarily working on the inner planes with the inner plane masters. So I received downloads that come through from the inner planes. So a lot of us would know this as Shambhala. A lot of those that connect into that next level of inner plane work. So that's essentially what we're all doing. We're moving through initially the physical ascension process, which is where we deepen into the soul embodiment process, and we create then our light bodies. And then we move through different quantum fields of it, or different levels of consciousness, dimensional fields. And what I was trying to do here was really just bring through a sense of the templates that we experience as we come into soul embodiment, or as we experience the new earth, because the new earth is already here. It's just a quantum field that is experienced through the geometries and through the portals and through the templates, and also through our frequency and vibration. That's how we access these fields of light. And that's primarily experienced through plasmic light. So plasma air is where we sort of almost see these, it's like we get to see these codes, and we see them as sometimes in different lines, or sometimes we see them almost as like actual codes, and we're integrating it from around us and within us. And that's essentially what we're all doing. So
well,
different times, yes.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, sorry, it was an initiation. You were giving us, it's a great way to start these 2 days, because you were initiating the codes, the ascension codes, or the Starseed codes, or the multidimensional aspects of the higher geometries, invoking them. And those listening were getting those downloads of expansion. And you also mentioned the solar flares. Yes, there was a huge solar flare, and that is opening up our psychic awareness, these solar energetic inputs. It's also, I'm going to show in my talk about how it's a moment of evolution. When the cosmic radiations hit the DNA, things mutate in a good way and evolve. So it was perfect with what you were doing as you're bringing in the light codes, as the light is coming in. I mean, we're being hit on Earth now by those solar flares, huge solar flares. So
yes, and that's exactly right, Ellen. It's a shift in consciousness. It's like a next level, activating the templates within, through and into the DNA. And that's actually what's just absolutely so amazing. And of course, so with that, we experience a lot of these ascension-like symptoms, don't we? And sometimes it's
like,
tough.
what are the ascension symptoms that you can name?
Well, I mean, I think for many of us, the most common ones are you just have days where you are just so tired. You are just integrating on such a deep, deep level. But there are so many other changes that are occurring within as our bodies within become light, as we release density. And those symptoms are really, really, really uncomfortable. You know, it's like we get electric shocks to the body. Obviously, we have the Kundalini igniting and activating, and then we have a lot of heat. And in the plasma, we have a lot of coolness, and you can feel that. Sometimes you've got the heat, sometimes you've got the cold. Sometimes you have absolutely no memory. It's like what's come before, there's absolutely no memory, you're just in this moment. And it can also be a scary place, isn't it? We've just got to trust that intuition. We've got to trust the divinity. We've got to know that these are the changes we ask the universe to bring to us, because we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are absolutely incredible beings. Exactly. And we've
arrived. You no longer have to wait. I mean, I like that you said you're no longer channeling, but embodying. You sort of into it. So it's like, that's the next level, I feel, for people who have been channeling, which is great. There were a lot of great information, but to start to merge with the higher self activations as feel the molecular structures of the DNA shift. So this is really what I think this conference is about. Starseed activations, as well as just talking about it. We're coming into form and formlessness. So how can people find you on your, or hear about, or get more of what you're doing? Because I want more.
Well, I have a couple of websites, and I work a lot with Noreen Gailey of Acoustic Health, and every month we do transmission there. We did, and we're going to be doing some more stuff from the new year. So, you know, and I have a YouTube channel, a lot of stuff up there as well.
Can you put it in the chat? Can you put your activation in the chat? And,
yes, with pleasure.
I'm just very curious though, what is your background? How did you come in? I mean, briefly, because we're sort of have to go on to the next, but how did you get activated yourself in this?
Well, I had my awakening many years ago, so about 30 years ago. So in my awakening, it was just, I just saw this golden sun in front of me, and it was actually Ra from the Pleiadian emissaries of the light, and it started transmitting energetic codes to me, and I could telepathically hear it. So that's how I started to channel. But of course, our backgrounds, as we know, you know, really just create each moment from one moment to the next to that perfect now moment. So my background was growing up really chanting Sanskrit, meditating, you know, having the Eastern school of thought, the Western school of thought, converging, merging. And in that perfect moment then for me, which was in my early 20s, that was my time to awaken. So
are you Australian? Are you from Australia originally?
I'm actually South African, and I live in Cape Town. Yes.
I just love the accent though. It just adds to the quality of the transmission for me.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you. It's been lovely to connect.
Yes.
And what a beautiful conference.
Yes. So stick around, come to the panel tonight or later. And Sheila, thank you for bringing Anrita. And thank you. Beautiful. Don't you think it's a great way to start our summit?
Wow.
Wonderful.
Wow. When we were discussing the lineup, Neil's like, I've got somebody, you've got to reach out to her. She has to be here. Wow, Neil, you were right. Anrita, thank you so much. You know, you've really opened up a true portal for us so that we can start receiving everything that this summit has to offer. And I'm kind of like Al, and I was out there. There's a couple of times I, you know, kind of had to startle myself back into my body because it was just beautiful. And there was lights and geometry, and it was just amazing. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Anrita. Hope to see you tonight at the panel. Will you be back?
I will see if I may be awake. It's just a little bit late for me. But if I don't get up and make it, it's just been such an honor and privilege and pleasure. And I'll be tuning in energetically anyway, because I can really, really feel those energies energetically. And it's just such an incredible, heartfelt space. So thank you so very much, and just have an absolutely amazing conference. And thank you to all our beloved light tribes joining us. We can truly feel your energy. Thank you so much from my heart to yours. Namaste.
Namaste. Appreciate you.